Yay! Is it Tuesday?
Yeah.
It is. Okay, thank God.
It is. Sup?
Hey, baby.
Hey,
Hey.
welcome back to the Professionally Podcast. We missed our
Happy
episode last week.
podcast.
Happy
Oh,
podcast.
yes. Kenz, we have to start. We have to start with an apology. This is an apology video, actually.
If we have one fan, it is Nevada. And if we have no fans, Nevada's not on this earth anymore. So
Yeah.
we need to say we love you to Nevada and that we're so sorry we didn't have an episode last week and that we drove you to drink.
Nevada, I'm so sorry that you had to choose the bottle because we didn't have a podcast.
It's hard.
You know what? We take responsibility and we promise to do better in the future.
We do. We can't promise that we will be better, but we promise that we will try to be better.
We promise that we want to be. Yeah.
I definitely am trying my best.
Yeah, I think
my
I am
easiest.
too.
Yeah. Well, today we're talking about our day in the life of OnlyFans content creators. I guess it's not just OnlyFans. It is just like content creating in general because it's so different from how camming was.
Yeah,
so,
man.
Yeah,
that was a wild look down like memory lane last time. That was crazy to think about how different it is now.
Yeah,
holy shit.
It is really different, especially since like a lot of it is more.
like so much more. You'd figure that things would have gotten like maybe like, you know what I mean? Like, don't you think it would get easier? It didn't. It actually got like so much harder.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more stressed out than I was before now, but that's all right. That's all right. We're dealing. We're trying our best.
It's fine.
I just hurt my ankle really bad on my chair.
Oh no! Did you bonk though?
When you just like get your fucking bone, like it's just right, and it just like leans on something. You don't even hit it. You just like lean it on something, and all of a sudden you're just like, it's like insane pain. And I just did that, and I thought I was gonna black out there for a second.
Oh,
I am fine. We're okay.
Okay, good and good.
Yes,
good.
But yeah, OnlyFans content creators. I'm sure we all have a very different style of our day-to-day lives because I feel like even just like scheduling wise with day and night and like what people feel better with, because like I was such a nighttime camera and you were such a daytime camera that like a lot of the content that I used to do strictly at just night. So I wonder how many people are kind of like daytime. Comment down below if you're a daytime content creator, a nighttime content creator.
Yeah, are you a night owl or a why am I wearing a full face of makeup at 6:15 a.m. type individual? Because that absolutely is me.
And no, but I feel that
you know what though? Wait, it's so fucking funny though, Ken's, because I will get ready to shoot OnlyFans content and like I wake up at 4:45, right? So I'll be like ready. I know, don't make that face at me. I am normal. I'm a normal person. Okay.
It hurt my stomach to think about it. That I was gonna puke.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna next time I see you, I'm gonna just get you out of bed. Oh my god. Okay. Imagine if the next time we hung out, like we took 2 days and one day I had to do everything at the same time that you did. Like we did a day in the life of like you, and then you did a day in the life of like me.
We could definitely do that. Should we do that for a YouTube?
So
we should do that for a YouTube video. Vlog our way through Ashley T and Kenzie's content creation.
Yes.
Except I would not be able to wake up at the time that you wake up, and you would not be able to stay up till the time I stay up.
I would be fucking suffering. Also, you can focus on, like, you can keep TV shows and stuff on in the background of your life, and like that shit literally makes me squirrely. No, this would be so funny. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm so down.
This is good. This is like lit. We're just planning a YouTube video now. This podcast is just, it's planning.
Yeah. That's the professionally hot way.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I have an idea though. Apparently, I have lots of them today.
Love your ideas.
So, like, we've now been on OnlyFans for 4 straight years. Like, I started mine like winter of 2019, and then I really took it seriously like come January. Honestly, I feel like you're a therapist. I just heard you like tap your pen, and I'm like, oh no, what have I done wrong now?
I just showed my paper. It's just loser. You're like, oh.
Okay, well, guess I'm getting sectioned.
No, I'm writing down our timestamps again because it's so much
Oh yeah,
easier to edit, which I'm
to
going
like
to put the little
to
thing
do
in
it
for
again.
50. Yeah.
Where we doing is weeping in the background.
Oh, yeah, JCCP
Oh.
baby. What were
Um,
you saying to me, ma'am?
what I was going to say, ma'am, before you clicked your pen at me, is that like after 4 years now, I think our schedules are so different. Like, I know that the way I used to do things in 2020 and 2021 is like so different than it is now
Mm-hmm.
because we got to talk about the pandemic as well, right?
Yeah. You know, that's
Like,
very
I
true.
was fucking, all right, my like 20, this is disaster mode though. My like 2020, especially more like summer 2020 OnlyFans schedule
Mm-hmm.
was wake up at the ass crack of dawn because I hadn't slept.
Yes.
Get fully decked out in a full face of makeup, full hair. I think I had my hair, whatever. I was like super glam, like first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
My content room that I was shooting in would just be like bright white because it's like so bright in there. And I would just
Mm-hmm.
lay in there all day, taking pictures, taking videos, and getting drunk in the middle of the
Yeah.
morning because it
Yeah.
was COVID and I
Yeah, because
had
why
nothing else
not?
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we really had it fucking made during COVID. I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot easier
Yeah.
to be a content creator. I know I know a lot of people cannot relate to this, but I loved my life during COVID.
You
Not
know,
that
it just
there were bad things, don't get me wrong. Okay, that sounds
so many.
very
I mean, you couldn't
privileged to
see me.
say.
You
Exactly, that's
couldn't.
what I was just gonna say. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
like, people were dying. I'm not like,
People were dying,
I'm
Kim.
fully aware. But as far as making money, I didn't have any responsibilities. I literally
Yeah.
lived at my parents' house. I paid, like $400 for rent and help chipped in for things. But yeah, I had a lot of money, and we both weren't camming anymore just because it wasn't. I mean, like, I'm not going to cam at my parents' house, and
Yeah.
you had quit, so
I'd quit.
we both had OnlyFans pop up at just the right time, and I just like so appreciative of that time. I mean,
Oh
like, I was
yeah.
like gardening, like I was
Oh
like
my god, you were.
growing
You had like
plants.
you grew like a pepper, I think.
Yeah, I grew
And
a lot of
zucchini?
things. I grew eggplant
Oh
and
yeah.
shishito peppers
You
and
did, and I wanted to eat them really
tomatoes, and
bad.
yeah, they were delicious. It was great.
Yeah.
But like, I had a lot of spare time, but I also had a lot of time to just like make whatever videos. Like, I think I was
Yeah.
posting on Instagram a lot, and like it was just like, yeah, like tons of content. And then I moved into
And
my
things were like
apartment,
popping
and
off there too, like in such an
mhm,
unregulated way, like not only did I could not leave my house. My
mhm,
spouse was working shift work, like 12-hour days full time because he was an essential worker, right?
right,
So I was home alone. No one could come over. I couldn't go and do anything. So yeah, you're right. No responsibilities whatsoever.
no,
And it's kind of wild because if I think about the 1 month that I made top 50, I think it was like 43 or something, like top 50 on
yeah,
MFC. I was also completely alone. Like
mm,
my partner was away and I think I was like in a like in between school semesters or something and I just like isolated more or less and then made tons of money.
yeah, yeah.
Which really
It
harkens into
was.
how balance is having no balance is very rewarded in this industry.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you can just put all of your time and effort into only making content, you know,
Yeah.
you'll
And
probably,
then ultimately you end up wanting to like fucking step in front of a bus. But
yeah.
um yeah, my schedule then like when I first started it wasn't a schedule. Also remember how fun TikTok was?
Oh, it was so much fucking fun.
Oh my god.
It was, I just, yeah, I really wish I could just go back because it
I
was so
know.
easy to go viral. It was
Yeah.
so easy to just like, I miss my old accounts. I really
I know
do.
me. You know what though? I got an account deleted at the very beginning too because I
I
talked about
remember.
MFC.
Yeah. I
Yep.
got banned for an extreme porn violation, and I was talking about what I was making for dinner on live, dressed fully clothed as well. So I didn't
Wow.
even do those things and like say anything that I wasn't supposed to, and I still had my account taken
Just
away. But that
smacked
was
into the
like
dirt.
my. Sometimes I
Heartbreaking.
still want to, those like random for anyone that doesn't know, there, if you like lose your Instagram or TikTok account, there are like a lot of like hackers on Instagram that like could possibly help you get your accounts back. And sometimes they do. They actually can help, but a lot of time they are scams, and it's sketchy to like have to message them and figure out.
Hold on. My husband is vacuuming the stairs. You
can
hear that, right?
Yeah.
I love my lovely house husband. I just told him that I was doing the podcast.
Mr. T is going to get faded on site.
Now it is a good time to vacuum the stairwell. Babe. Yeah. I love you very much. Oh, you're going. Yeah. It's okay. Can we do this after? Yeah. Okay, love you.
Does he not know that you're trying to be a podcaster? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyhow, now that the vacuuming is done, but things are different now, and I have like a fucking schedule. But who the fuck is surprised? I'm so type A that I'm going to die early.
Do not say that about yourself. You are
it might be true.
Perfectly perfect, and you will work until you're done working, and then you'll relax and watch some anime.
Do you think that's possible? Enough. It might be.
It is, because I've seen it. I know you are capable of relaxing, but it is just not something that comes naturally to you, which is totally fair. But that's why you have friends like me.
Yes.
So my mom had me as a daughter, because I am the most chill. I literally could just lay in bed all day and do nothing.
No, I know, but
and sometimes my mom is like, I don't know how you do that, and I'm like, because it's like really good for you to just like do nothing.
I just like long for that day that we were like in bed together watching that ballerina documentary. Like I can't do that by myself. I can if I need you.
You guys don't know how special I feel to be like one of the only people that Ashley T watches movies with. Like the fact that like it just like will happen. You don't really have much of a choice, but I'll always find things that you want to watch. You know what I mean? Like it's always going to be I want to Ashley T centered.
Yes, it's like I actually said point blank that I don't like movies, and then like Kenzie made me realize that I do actually like movies. It just has to be a rom-com.
Yeah, or like a movie that you actually like. Yeah. Nothing scary, nothing stressful, nothing. Loud noises. Just love and cuteness, and maybe like exactly. Which is what I have to fall asleep to anyways, so it works out.
Oh yeah, just so you know, every time I sleep at your house, I wait until you fall asleep, and then I turn the volume like as low as humanly possible, and then at some point you wake up again and turn it up, and then you fall asleep and I turn it back down.
I do it in my sleep too. I'm like, gotta turn my TV back on for no reason. And I'm like just, but you know what's interesting?
I was like, wait till she sleeps. I'm like, okay, she's almost not breathing, which means she's sleeping. I'm gonna turn that shit back down.
You know what's interesting though is that I recently have been smoking a little bit more again, and smoking a little bit more like indica at nighttime, and it has made my sleep schedule like pretty decent again. But then also I'm not falling asleep to TV. I literally lay in bed, I'm laying there for like 15 minutes, and then eventually I just like pass out, and I'm like, when did this start happening? And if you know me, you know I can't go to sleep without TV on. I just can't do it. It's stress, it's like anxiety. I need something that's like gonna keep my mind on the fluff part, or else I'll just lay there and think about everything. But like for the past couple nights, I've just been like going to sleep like a normal human being. Who is she?
Oh my god, we love basic human functioning. I'm so proud of you.
I know, I'm so killing it recently.
I'm so proud of you.
Okay, speaking of sleep scheduling.
Yeah,
give me your should we start with a like besides the COVID schedule of like not the responsibility? What was something from COVID that like you implemented still to this day?
Good question. I think actually replying to messages like daily, or at least 4 or 5 times, like 5 or 6 times a week. Actually, I just got into the routine from the very beginning of like being present in my messages, and I think like I've carried that over big time.
Yeah.
And I've also trialed a lot of things. Like I kind of have these two different like hustle perspectives. Like one of them is like a daily, like it's sort of like, I call it like the consistency is key strategy, where like you kind of do your best to do the same thing pretty much every day or 5 days a week or however many, like
Yeah.
wake up at the same time, you make content for these hours, you post it, you edit it, like you're doing it on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
And then I burnt out, surprise, surprise, and developed sort of like a grind and unwind is what I could fucking like to call it. And that's when like you choose a day or two around ovulation, and then just like grind out like five,
Yeah.
six, 7 sets in the course of a day or two, schedule them up, and then when PMS hits, you just sit around like a sack of shit and don't do anything.
Yeah, no, scheduling with the moon is very smart for
Yes.
anyone that goes by moon cycles. Like you should
Yeah.
just be doing that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's we don't not everyone runs on a 24-hour schedule, and
No.
having the like spacing at the time to make sure that you can actually do the work that you're motivated to do and not
Oh my
force
gosh.
yourself, and give
Yeah.
yourself the space during, your phases where you're not motivated and you
Yeah.
have no energy to like actually, I don't know, rest. Like
Yeah. What a concept.
wild,
What a
wild.
concept.
But
Yeah.
so yeah. But no, you're
Yeah.
very you're on the money there, my friend. I think that,
Yeah. What
finding the
was like
balance is
if I could
important.
like throw that same shit back at you, like are there any things that you did like, in the early days that like you still do now?
Yeah, I think like I've gone back and forth between being more personable. Like it was,
Oh,
I
we'll
feel
come
like,
back to that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely one of the biggest things. And I think that
Mm-hmm.
like you said, we'll come back to it. But you've definitely implemented a lot more of that. But when I was during COVID, when I would be like I would be responding to messages 4 or 5 times a day, like at least like,
Yeah.
having consistent conversations. And I still do that now, where like if anything, I'm trying to get more people to constantly chat, because it like makes
Yeah.
me feel like I'm being productive in some way. Like I feel
Yeah.
like I may not be making the money, but like they know that I want to be there with them and talk to them. So like I'm going to respond, like if I was going to
Yeah.
open up my messages right now. But I do tend to self sabotage a lot with my messages. And like
Yeah.
same way that I used to do like homework and stuff, leave it off to the last minute, and then I'm like, why didn't I just fucking respond to that last night? So that's something that I would do during COVID, which was not respond right away. And now
Yeah.
I'm like, just respond the day of, or like when you see it. Like don't
Yeah.
take a day off. It's not necessary. It literally takes 5 minutes to like post
Yeah.
something. And I think
Yeah.
just like pushing myself on that little bit. But the more personal side of just being like, hi, I'm doing this today, and like I'm,
Yeah.
like describing my videos more, like actually having description. I got really lazy in the past like
Yeah.
2 years, where I just kind of stopped doing all that stuff, lost a bunch of subscribers because OnlyFans was like, we're not doing that anymore, which obviously really sucked and stuff. But like, I think getting back to like the TikToks, to like just doing the consistency part is like the
Yeah.
only fucking way that I will be able to succeed and get back to where I was before. Because like
Yeah.
otherwise, it's you
Yeah.
can't just like expect it to like work by
No,
doing
no,
nothing. And I think I was
no.
like being a little delusional for a little bit, because it worked so well during COVID that I was like, well, why isn't it fucking working now if I just like am myself and I'm burnt out and I don't
Yeah.
want to do those things? Like, well, no shit. Like,
Yeah. And
that's
I mean,
not how that.
bro, you know what I just fucking thought is like,
Hmm.
I feel like OnlyFans in a lot of ways is speed running the cycle that happened, like the history of MFC that I experienced over 7 years, 8 years. I feel like the ebbs and flows of trends and like how things kind of went on that site,
Yeah.
the same general idea has happened on OnlyFans since 2020, but it's happened in half the time.
Hmm.
When I think of like the golden era of MFC, when making tokens actually was fucking easy, that lasted for like a year and a half, maybe
Yeah.
like 2015, 16, and into 2017. Like that's when shit was like there was traffic and like a lot of stuff going on. Like it was pretty hectic, and then it started to slow down for reasons we've already talked about in other episodes
Yeah.
after that. But like with OnlyFans, the heyday was like from like mid, like I'd say like June 2020 was when things started to go fucking buck wild. And then what was it, September 2021 when OnlyFans shit the bed?
Hmm.
I think it was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when
Those.
did they do that? OnlyFans, no nudity. The fucking idiots. Yeah, it was 3 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That
crazy.
sucked.
Um,
But I think that just the COVID times made it seem like it was so much easier to keep
mhm.
the ease going, and it's just like wasn't like once everything
though.
started to go back to normal, it was difficult to keep that like same headspace. But it's things change and you readapt. And I'll appreciate it for what it was at the time. I also really miss my old apartment, like being up in that apartment was just such a vibe, and it was so pretty up there.
I wish I could have been there.
I had so much motivation to create content in there. Like there was just constant, and like having the natural light come in, and no one could ever see me. It was just so fucking nice. Hardwood floors everywhere. I did. I was a princess in the sky for a little bit I really appreciate that time.
Yeah,
it was nice.
Okay, so like I'm gonna give a rundown. I'm gonna say my like I'd say my morning, my afternoon, my evening. Like I'll tell you. I could tell you by half hour what I do because there's something fundamentally wrong with me. But it works out. Like I said, I mean, again, I have to say this. Like it when people say like I wake up at this time of day. When you mention that it's early in the day, it immediately comes across as some like fucking alpha male flex shit. And then when you say that you wake up at noon, it's like looked at and like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
But I wake up at 4:45 because I need to have at least 30 to 40 minutes to play Animal Crossing and drink my coffee before I go to the gym. All right. I have to wake up at the same time every day because I'm bipolar, and if I don't, I'll go crazy. And then I go to the gym so that I can move my body around so I don't go crazy. And then when I get home, it's like straight into the shower. And by 7:15 or so, that's when it's like makeup and scheduling. Like that's when I sit down with my Notion. I use like a scheduling, like a planner. I just use a fucking site for like planning. I used to use a journal, but like it's the same shit. It's just
it's an AI bullet journal basically without the designs. Yeah,
I'm a huge slut for it.
She is.
And no, seriously, like a filthy, dirty, raunchy slut for Notion and Notion only. That's my sexuality.
Yeah.
And then like my content creation workflow these days, most days of the week. So I'd say like 3 or 4 days a week. I always start by replying to messages. I'll get through that shit first. It takes me like half hour, 45 minutes. It takes me longer now because of that personality aspect. And I feel like we could do a whole episode on how this has shifted and stuff. But the TLDR here is that it turns out that people actually like it when you're a normal human that wants to talk to them.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're like, dude, want to chat? And you're like, yeah. And then they do.
Me or the PS5 is out. Like that's last year. You know, like people are so fucking over it. And like, yeah, if it works, it works. But like the response, you've had the same thing. The response to like actually giving a fuck in your messages has been great.
Yeah.
You know, just like hold up, I have a conversation here with someone just to give, because the people don't know what it's like. The people are like, it is
I agree.
Wieners. You know, you open your inbox and it's just dong. But it's absolutely not.
Where's the conversation
I was having earlier?
Sometimes it is.
Sometimes it is. But yeah, reply to messages, and then like most of the time I'll be shooting just casuals. This is so nice, dog. I used to put way too much fucking effort into my sets. I still do sometimes, but I took a note out of Ash Gray's strat, and like my hair, my makeup, or my fucking wig if I'm too miserable to wash my hair, looks great. But then it's like a tank top, a pair of panties that I wear like in my normal day-to-day life. Like it's not lingerie. It's not like the whole get up. And it's like, you know, I take a couple like cute shots. My subscribers have been really loving my I'm wearing sweatpants and shaking ass like feral video clips. Like is a lot of cute stuff, a lot of weird stuff. And then, as you know, okay, how much time does it take to shoot like 5 cute pictures? I don't know, maybe like 15, 20 minutes, like just to take the like just casuals, right? Like not too much setup, not too much whatever.
Yeah.
Editing takes forever.
Yeah, I use
And
like two
then,
different apps, so mine, and I have to watch an ad to do mine. So like
oh
add
my
in the
God.
ad time for apps of
Yeah. And then
just for no
trying to
reason.
post to OnlyFans. Oh my fucking God. It's like molasses. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to upload like a 30-second clip. I'm sitting there waiting for like a minute and 30 seconds just for the damn thing to load.
Mm-hmm.
And even with replying to messages, it would be fine if they didn't like lag. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the time constraints, the time
Yeah.
demands are just waiting around
Mm-hmm.
for shit to finish like processing or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, hold up. Actually, let me just. I'm gonna quote something because this is what it generally what my inbox is like. This is kind of like what I'm um, replying to lately, and of
Mm-hmm.
course, it's just gonna be stuck on loading. It's not gonna. Oh, here we go. Um, someone said, uh, wait, here it is. I feel like you are at your peak when you don't give a fuck. I said, this is absolutely true. It was pretty tight, honestly. Less work for me. I don't care. IDK, I think people need to be a little more I don't give a fuck energy these days. We're all tired. He said, yeah, exactly. I don't give a fuck on production or anything. I don't give a fuck. I just want Ash. I said, having your creators also be like, yo, hello, I'm here and just as much of a disaster as you are is comforting. They're like, yeah, I really don't have the fucking energy to be good at anything, to be honest. We're all people at the end of the day. And I said, see, but doesn't that mean that you're good at doing stuff with zero energy? That's a flex.
Mm.
Never thought of it that way. Fuck yeah, I am good at something and it's doing nothing. See, this is why I need you for shit like this. This is what the like. This is kind of
Yeah.
some of the messages. Some of them are like, "Yo, I took a page out of your book yesterday, Kenneth.
Did you?
I actually like I thought of you. I was like, I'm gonna do what Kenzie would do. Some dude was in my messages asking to like see like he was asking for my bra size, and I just like I'm like I'm not gonna like
That
unless
is
you're
the
paying
lamest
me.
question in my
Like, yeah, it's like,
opinion.
oh, what's your bra size? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't even wear them anymore. Like,
Literally
it depends on the
don't.
day, dude. Like, are we talking like
Yeah.
PMS or like after? Because it,
Yeah.
I don't care.
And also, like, I'm sorry,
Um,
but are you jacking off to the size
to
of a
like the
bra?
idea.
Yeah, like,
Well, but
what do
here's
you
the
mean?
thing. I was like, I don't really know. And he was like, oh, can I like see a picture of like your bra and like the label? And normally, like, I would just have been like, oh, yeah, huh, maybe some other time. But I thought I used my Kenzie brain. I thought, you know what? I can make $10 off this shit. And
Fuck
I
yeah,
said,
you
yeah,
can.
sure. And I took a picture of my bra thinking of you the whole time. And I locked
Mm-hmm.
it under a 10 thing for
Dollar,
one
yeah.
picture of my bra and the label. And I was like, yeah, of course you can. Fucking unlocked it.
Hell
$10
yeah,
for me, dog. I'm
brother.
going to Starbucks, bitches.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
gotta, the worst you can be told is no. Can we just
Yeah.
side quest story real quick and talk about
Mm.
how I got rejected last night? Because
Yes, you did.
I can't
Well,
even explain.
not
No,
even.
I'm happy to get rejected because it's okay. Like it's so good for my ego to like
It's true.
to just like have a moment of like being told no because I can be such a brat. And
True.
anyway, long story short, I
No,
was
make
out
it a
last
long
night.
story long.
Okay, well, okay, because I have to mention the other thing too, which is just hilarious. Because
We
if
have to make
you
it up to Nevada, okay? We have to talk some shit here.
true, okay, Nevada, listen up.
Yeah.
Last night I went to a very expensive apartment complex in Scottsdale, and one of my friends' dads lived there, so we're hanging out at the pool and hot tub and stuff. And I was just chilling, and I saw this guy, and he was barbecuing, and I was like, "Oh, that's
Hot.
a hot man." And at this point in my life, I just cannot sit back and like wait for some pussy ass man to ask me for my number. Like I'm just gonna do it. I just
No.
don't have the strength to wait anymore, so I'm just gonna go. So I
No, it's
did. I
feral
literally was
Kenzie
like,
era.
yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go. It's for the fucking plot.
It's
I
for
was
the
like,
plot.
I'm gonna go get some more vegetables because he was right next to the vegetables. So I was like, be right back.
That's
So I was like,
convenient.
walked over, and then I just kind of like looked at him because he was looking at me earlier. So whatever. And
There was
then
some eye contact. There was some like,
yeah, I was like, are you feeling this? Are you having a moment right here? Um, yeah. So I walked up and I was like, getting my little veggies, and then I just looked at him and I was like, hi. He's like, what? I was like, I said hi. And then he was like, I don't know what you're cooking over here. It's time to look for the bread. Something stupid. And I was like, I
yeah.
wasn't even cooking. So, like, don't ask me dumb questions. And then he asked, or I said, are you single? And he was like, no, sorry, I'm not. And I was like, that's okay. He's like, why are you interested? And we talked about this already, Ashley T and I should have said, no, I'm just doing a survey for singles in the area. Like,
Honestly.
because
Yeah.
why, what else is the right response? But I was like, yeah, like, why wouldn't it be? And being rejected just like brought, and I'm not saying rejected like they hurt my
Yeah, he
feelings
wasn't
rejected.
like,
It wasn't
I
like,
think you're
no,
fucking
you ugly
nasty. You know what I
fuck.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like, that's rejection, dog. Like, rejection is like, yeah, but I think you're disgusting, so leave.
Yeah. Which I
Like,
don't
that
know
would
if
have
my,
sucked.
I don't know if my, well, okay, ongoing with the story, I was like, no worries, like, all good, like, your girlfriend's a lucky lady. But then I went and sat down, and there was like random towels on my chair and like shoes in front of me and a pair of keys, and this guy was in the hot tub, and he eventually like, came up because I saw the shoes and I'm like, who the fuck shoes are these? And he gets
Yeah.
out and he's like, oh, like, I got these towels for you, you need more? Because I had like two wrapped around me because I was cold. And also they were just sitting there. It's not like it was a weird place to have them because I was obviously sitting there. And so that
Yeah.
guy was like, yeah, you need more towels? And I was like, oh, sorry, I didn't realize they were yours. And he's like, you're cute, but you're not that cute. And I'm like, excuse me, sir? Like, that's fucking rude. So not only did I get rejected by a guy's number, but I also just got told that I am not that cute. At
Yeah,
least not to
okay,
steal
but
towels.
girl, he attempted to neg a
Yeah.
bad bitch in the year of 2024.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like,
it's
the
not
Barbie
it's not
movie has
2012
come
anymore,
out. We
okay?
don't do that. No. Like, give me a
No.
break. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to react to your weird ass comment about how I'm not
Yeah.
cute enough for you to steal towels that are free here. Like,
Yeah, like what
you're
the
not
fuck?
cute enough to steal my chair and put your shit out in my area. So, like, what are you
He's not
doing?
cute enough to breathe your air, dog.
Don't do it. Hold it back. And then after that, I'm just chilling, and all of a sudden, fucking Clayton from The Bachelor, I don't know what season, walks in just casually, and I'm just like, I feel like I was on this like slow motion, just being like, Clayton,
The Bachelor?
yeah. I did not say hi to him. I was going to, but he was like with other people and stuff, and obviously that's like where he lives. I don't want to be like, hi, I saw you on your season. Yeah, like, it was really weird how you.
Hi,
This is
Mr. TV
you don't
man.
watch. Yeah, you don't watch Bachelor, but this is a
I
man that
don't.
like got so distressed during the season that he jumped over a giant fucking gate and ran away from the show. Like,
Relatable.
he like decided that he didn't want one of the girls that he chose, and so he went back with another one, and like it was just a weird season in general.
Huh.
And now he has some fucking drama with some real estate thing about how like the girl is saying that he knocked her up, and now he's suing her, and he was kind of talking about it last night, and I was like listening, like, imagine getting tea straight from
You
the
like
fucking pot,
eavesdropping? Oh my god, it's
like
coming from the pot.
it was, yeah, it was crazy.
You should go on Reddit gossip forums like right now.
Sorry, Vanessa Carlton just started playing in the background without permission.
I thought you were gonna say Vanessa Carlton just called me.
Hello, Vanessa. Anyways, it was a wild night. Love being casually rejected. Like, I just feel like if you're, the worst you can be told is no, which was the point of this story, because we were talking about,
Yes.
sending out
Selling a picture
DMs
of a bra.
and stuff. Yeah, like the worst you can literally be just told is like no, and I just think that's so hot. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that bad, and like I don't
No,
know,
it's not.
like, I'm such a brat that like being told no just makes me like like be like, okay, like, your loss, So yeah, and like imagine you get told yes, like that's
Yeah.
amazing. You got $10, like, fuck yeah.
I got I got $10. Fuck yeah. I'm like, I can do this all day. I felt like at first this is the veteran princess maybe in me. Like, I think the early excited hustler, it has like grown up, because this person's like, oh, like, can you send me a picture? And I was like, I have to go upstairs.
Yeah.
Like, I have to go upstairs. Oh my god, do I really like? But I did it because I was thinking of you. I was like, Ken's would do this. Like, Ken's would totally be like, fuck yeah, give me $10 I should have been like, yeah, you can tip me $10 to go get the bra, and then have sent over a picture of it for $10. Now there's
you'll learn, young Padawan. That's
there's a free tip for you.
I just feel like, why not? No, don't. Yeah, and
I don't care if you're a sex worker or not. Don't do shit for free, dog.
Yeah, 100%. Don't pay for the meal, at least on the first date. Go ask men for their numbers if you feel so inclined, because you might never see them again, and like, who cares? And don't do shit for free. Like,
no,
just
no.
don't.
And even if you're not a sex worker, like if you're an individual that has ever posted like a cute picture of yourself, like on Twitter, on Instagram, if you have anybody that is following you that you don't know in real life and you would like to have a Starbucks, go on the internet. Go on the
Yeah.
internet and just make a post and be like, hey, if there's any internet strangers out there that want to send me a $10 Starbucks gift card so I can get a Starbucks, I would love that. You never
Yeah.
know what's gonna fucking happen. You know,
No.
half the time they don't even ask for anything in return.
Well,
You
yeah, and
know,
before I was even doing any of this stuff, I'd still post on Tumblr and shit. We'd be like, can someone buy us, food or
just for
whatever?
shits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we weren't even
And you
offering
don't, by
anything
the
in.
way, you don't have to be a woman to do this. You can
No.
be a dude and just
I
post like,
always
hey,
say when guys are like, I wish I could do that, I'm like, what's
you can.
stopping you? Like,
It's free. You
generally,
can
what
post
is
on Twitter for
stopping
free.
you?
Nothing.
Yeah, like, just
Absolutely nothing.
go
Just
for
do
it,
it.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Anyway, returning back to like the topic at hand. The topic
Yes,
at hand,
ma'am.
by the way, is side quest stories today for sure. But the actual thing that we're supposed to be talking about,
Yeah.
my like my content creation, like I shoot my content. If I'm doing casuals, I'll usually just shoot the one set and then post it, the same day.
Hmm.
I'll post 2 or 3 pictures to the feed, maybe like a 5 or 6 second clip.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been posting like diary vlogs though. Like I'll do like a minute or two of me just like chatting random fucking shit. I'll throw that
I
up on the
saw that
feed as
on your
well.
page earlier. That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
they're really people are really liking them, and I like doing it. It's fun.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then I send out like a 19.99, like a $20 pay to access DM, and it's usually just like it'll be like a 1.5 or a 2 minute like topless clip, or like a $9 like it's just my fucking butt like shit,
Yeah.
like just easy stuff, a short video, a handful of photos, and
Hmm.
even the captions I'm writing these days are like, hey man, if you want to make me happy and you would also like to see boobs and have a boner, you could
Hmm.
unlock this and have a great time. XOXO Gossip Girl. Like that's how I'm fucking captioning my shit these days,
Yeah.
and people are here for it.
Yeah. No, I like that a lot.
And then I kind of do like one more wave of checking messages, which brings me to like usually like 11:30 a.m.
Hmm.
It's kind of like I really sit down to do shit at like 9 a.m. and then by 11:30 I'm more like I could continue to just like try, but like I walk away from it at that point.
Yeah.
Um, and then it's social media. And I kind of want to pass the torch on to you. I want to know about like what your content creation process is like, because I think you're less regimented. Like you're less regimented than I am.
Yeah. I know I'm not as scheduled. I'm more of
Yeah.
like doing what comes that week kind of thing. I don't really have a. I'm trying to get back into a normal routine with it, and it's like I'm getting there, but I'm also redoing my entire OnlyFans right now. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I've deleted everything from my feed pretty much, except for like 60 posts because you can only delete so much a
Yeah.
day. And I'm trying to make like I want before my feed was mostly quantity over quality. There was a lot of
Yeah.
good quality videos mixed in, but I have so much content from 10 years that I'm sure you
Mm-hmm.
can relate to where like
Yeah.
it's just I don't want to sell every single video up there. So I'm making
Yeah.
my second page at Daddy's Girl. um
Yes. Oh, we'll talk about
a
this as well.
Yeah, I'm making that one. I want it to be like a many vids kind of vibe where like it is
Mm-hmm.
just previews and videos and you can buy them there, pretty much every single one of the videos that I have.
Yeah.
And then have like a kind of a like Twitter feed kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
To like keep some sort of
Yeah.
personable on there, but it's also like there's no nudity on it. Everything has emojis over it in some way. I don't
Yeah.
want it to be a place where you can just like see stuff for free, like,
Yeah.
you
My
know.
second page is
So
like that too.
yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do right now with my OG page. Like I'm, just trying to make it quality and
Yeah.
not like have so much stuff flooding the feed because it's so hard to navigate through it. It's so too slow to
Oh,
have a
girl.
thousand posts on it, in my opinion now. And I
Oh,
just
man, it
don't. I want it
is.
to be accessible. I want people to know who I am when they first go to my page. I want my videos to all, some be horizontal if I can, make it
Yeah.
happen with all my
Yeah.
past ones and stuff. I just don't want it
Yeah.
to be like just like, posts from 2019. Like I have so much
Yeah.
clips and so many clips and stuff that I just want to put them and make it look nice and cohesive and stuff. And before it was just like posting what I was posting because
Oh
it
yeah, I mean
worked,
with
but it's just not
2020,
working.
dude, girly fucking pop. You know what I did?
Mm-hmm.
And I think like I think doing a pruning, like if OnlyFans is your plant, eventually you have to prune that motherfucker so
Yeah.
it continues to grow, right? It's just the way that it is.
Yeah.
I did like this massive endeavor, like I think like a year ago, where I scrolled back to the very bottom and then I started adding labels to shit. So like
Mm-hmm.
you can click like 2019, there's 44 posts, but 2020, 447 posts.
Mm-hmm.
2021, 290. Like I I pared it down from like over, I think it was like 1,500 posts.
Yeah, that's
Like
basically what
just
I had too, that I've deleted all now because I
I
had
was
categories for
posting
them
like 30,
too.
40 photos a day.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not, I don't know. I just don't feel like it works for
No.
me anymore. And I'd rather have like the teaser kind of vibe to it, make it worth the money. So you're like getting some nude stuff,
Yeah.
some free stuff,
Oh
some
yeah.
SFW stuff, some normal daily life things,
Mm-hmm.
random posts with like pictures of my friends kind of thing. And then like
Mm-hmm.
video options to be bought, but not every single
Yeah.
video, not like, I don't want it to just be a video
Quantity.
store. Like that's what
Yeah.
my free
Second
page is
page.
for, because
Yeah,
it's
me
just
too.
not. Yeah, so
By the
that's
way,
what
to
I'm
everybody
trying to do.
listening right now, Ash Gray came up with a wonderful idea that Kenzie and I are also doing our best to adhere to, and it is not calling the second page a free page
Yeah, I was just gonna say that it's not my free
because
page.
we're manifesting money. Okay, that page
Yeah,
is not free. That page is the money's flowing in.
I agree.
it's a second page.
Yeah,
It's the
it's the second page where I make a lot of money.
yeah. Do
Yeah,
I? Not yet, but will we? Absolutely,
don't say that out
probably.
loud. We already do.
We
It's
already do.
already
Right.
happening.
We already do. Yeah,
I'm so proud of us for doing that.
I am. Oh
And
my
that's
god, wait.
kiddos how you manifest. What?
Holy shit. We have to stop and say manifest for 1 second because Ken's I was actually gonna just like FaceTime you earlier and tell you
Mm-hmm.
this, but you know what I told you earlier? I had a big breakthrough in therapy about some stuff that I will talk about like way later down the road. But when I went on Instagram, I realized that the caption I had posted under my picture was "My wildest dreams come true." And
Mm-hmm.
then the caption I posted on Twitter was "BRB making my wildest dreams come true." And then today, massive breakthrough. So like
Yeah, you really are. It's just
manifesting
happening.
during Pisces season as a Pisces, holy shit.
It's the best. All you do is daydream, and then it comes true.
So like
Yes.
fucking back to the main quest here.
Mm-hmm.
Side quests are so fun, but like your your flow,
Yeah,
your
my
content
vibe.
flow.
Yeah,
So
I would say
how do you do
that.
it? Like what do you do?
I don't know.
What do you do? What do you even do? I'm gonna
Nothing.
set cameras up in your house so I can monitor you at all times. I'm just
Please
curious.
don't. You're just gonna see me lay in bed all day. No,
I know, but I love
that
that.
is when I'm depressed and I have a hard
Yeah.
time being motivated, and
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people can relate and stuff, and especially
Mm-hmm.
when you have an at-home job and it's, like you're your own boss, there's a lot more that goes
And it's
into
like
it. And
swallowing your soul alive for a while
yeah,
there.
and I'm not, I don't have the same personality as you. Like
No.
my work mind is just not, it's never been there, unfortunately. So I really have to like push myself to be that, even slightly close to an Ashley T version. I'm not even,
We're
I'm
just
down there being like, hi.
no, but you know what? I'm up here being like, can I please come to bed with you? I can't sit down. You
And
know,
I'm
like
like,
there are
calm
pros, and I'm
down.
like, please help me. I can't stop. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's pretty much it. But I recently have been, I think we talked about this actually recently, that I was like, I'm not doing my best. Like I'm not even like pushing myself. And now I am. Like I'm doing my best each day that I can do, and it's enough for right now, and I'll need to do more as I keep going. But I have fixed my sleeping schedule, which really mattered, because waking up halfway through the day doesn't matter if I'm still getting an entire work day done. Waking up at noon and realizing that your day is gone and there's no like
Yeah.
brightness and optimism for the day because it's already afternoon, and you're like, well, it's gonna be fucking dinner time soon, then I'm gonna have to go to bed again and I'm gonna be up till 3. Like it just doesn't, it's not a good
Yeah. And
routine.
it's
It
like
really
you
is
know what,
soul
when you say
sucking.
like waking up at noon, like and this is depression, right? Like we have to
Yeah.
be real about how the industry looks, what it feels like to be in the industry sometimes because your
Mm-hmm.
experience is very, very it's common, right? Like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
you wake up at noon, but you're trapped in bed until 2.
Yeah, exactly.
you know, and
then
like you might go on your phone and kind of try to do something, but you're stuck, right? And then the day is really chewed because you wake up feeling stuck. Doesn't matter when you wake
exactly.
up, but if you wake up feeling trapped in your sheets, then like that's just depression, dog. That doesn't reflect on you at all.
No, exactly, and but it's still my responsibility. And I think in the
Yes.
past couple months and stuff, I have been like, okay, like, aren't we a little tired of our shit?
Yeah.
Like, isn't
That's
it
such a
time?
good sign too.
It
That's
is.
such
I
a good
love it.
sign.
It's always my favorite
Yeah.
thing. The uncomfortableness and the growth is always where I do my
Yeah.
best. So I have
Yeah.
been very appreciative for that random push of whatever it was. I'm
I'm
sure
so
it was
proud
like
of you,
multiple
dog.
things. Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. And like, it's so nice to have, other people that are consistent and like inspiring, like you and Ash, where like I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, it's possible, and I don't have to like be alone in my own thoughts of like,
No.
this sucks, I'm not doing the best, and I need to get back to like a better place. So, there's a whole combination of like things that you have to push yourself to do and fake it till you make it. But for now, I have been waking up like before 10 a.m., and that's good enough
Perfect.
for right now.
That's
And
perfect.
I wake up, I do a good morning message, and
Yeah.
sometimes that good
I
morning
read them, by the
message.
way, because
I
I'm
read yours
subscribed to
too.
fucking. We have each other's. I like. It's like
All
I get
three
to
of us
see.
subscribing was the best thing we
Yeah,
could have done because
yeah.
I like
Also,
seeing your guys' posts.
subscribe to your besties. If you're
Yeah,
like a girly pop listening to this, even if you don't go on OnlyFans, fucking subscribe to our shit. We
yeah,
send the
it's worth
cutest
it.
stuff. You might
Yeah.
see like our naked bodies, but like
Oh,
you're
you will see
welcome.
some butthole, but
You're gonna. I was just about to say like
just
I
kidding.
love
I don't show my
like
butthole.
no, I just like I love seeing like your good morning message. It's like so
Hmm.
sweet and so you,
Thank
and you're just
you.
like good morning, angels, like the, and then the next one
Yeah.
will be like I'm sucking cock.
Yeah, no, because my messages are funny because I feel like I also look at yours. I just barked on your post earlier.
Bark, 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 bark. Thank you.
You're welcome. I will bark on all your posts. But yeah, I think sending out a message that's like starts out with kind of some sort of prompt to get them to either respond back because it's asking them about themselves, or
Yeah,
explaining like, okay, I did this thing today, I woke up and now I'm like, I just want to stay in bed, like who wants to stay in bed with you, anything that like kind of
yeah,
grabs. It's like, I
yeah.
don't want to just start out by sending out a
A
pay-per-view
sexually
DM.
charged.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it doesn't feel right anymore, and it's fine once in a while, but like I'd rather have
Yeah.
some sort of like realness attached to it, because it's like I'm not just a bot sending messages, so why would I type like that, I guess.
Yeah.
um
Yeah. And I mean like it's almost like what what we were saying about like what you didn't like about, dating right now is like it's just like sexual immediately. And
mhm.
like you have to think that like yeah, dudes are horny as shit, especially when they're on OnlyFans, but like
Yeah.
men are people
Yeah.
sometimes, all the time actually. And they just like us appreciate that same
Yeah.
balance, right? Like
Yeah.
that's my feedback that I'm getting. Like I can, the proof is in the fucking pudding. Same
Well,
with you,
yeah,
right?
no, the pudding is in the proof, man.
Yeah, the pudding is all the way up in the proof.
Yeah, no, it's true. You can tell the ones that appreciate it will respond. Like, it's just it. There's
Yeah,
no like trying to. You either will get them or you won't. And
yeah.
I actually also saw, this is a page out of your book. I saw that you follow like a lot of people on your OnlyFans, and I was like, why
Oh
does she follow so many people?
no,
But
no, mm-mm.
I have been doing it, and it's helped me. I don't know if it
Ha-
was
yeah,
worth it for you, but
yeah.
like messaging them and being a little bit more spammy with that side of like all of the people that
Mm-hmm.
have unsubscribed. I'm like, hey, don't did you
Mm-hmm.
forget about me, kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And so I've
So
been
that
going
wait, small
through.
pause, small pause.
Yeah.
So this is a strat. All right. This is a strategy
Hmm.
where you can go through as a creator, you can go through onto like your fans section on the site and it'll show you who your active subscribers are, but you also have a tab that shows you who is currently not subscribed anymore. And lots of creators will use that as more or less like a mailing list,
Hmm.
where you can save their information. You can save them to a list, and then you're able to send messages to people that are not currently subscribed. And I feel like it just fucking depends on like the creator. It depends on how you do it as
Yeah.
well. But yeah, I'm glad it's like working for you. It didn't work on my end.
Hmm.
Um, and then like I just like got really weird about the like I just didn't like the number. I don't like numbers really,
Yeah.
and I didn't
That's
like
that's something that bothers me. I don't like to see that I follow them, but I'm doing it
yeah,
because it's there's 3,000 people that are untouched on there. Like, sorry, but it's
Yeah.
worth it at this point. Where,
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
when
Lots of
you
people do
are
it.
struggling, and like that's the thing. Also, like, if you're struggling with do the things that like may seem extra
Mm-hmm.
work, but like could
Mm-hmm.
be worth it. It may not be.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking about putting my page for free for like 3 days just to have some
Just for
sort
fun.
of consistency with it
Mm-hmm.
and see how it works, but like it could also be a bust and I could
Yeah.
regret it and be like, I'm never doing that again. That's fine. I'm not doing
Yeah.
sales anymore. That's one of my big
Yeah.
things. I'm not doing like sales for my pages. I will offer a discount for old subscribers that want to come
Yeah.
back, but I'm not like for new people, for people that are like subscribed to me right now. I just
Yeah.
don't want, unless you're doing a bundle deal, I don't want to do the
Mm-hmm.
sales anymore. It just feels like I'm
Yeah.
lowering my prices, and for what? Like,
Yeah.
Netflix
It's
doesn't
just
do
like,
sales, so why the
yeah,
fuck would I?
that, yeah. And I mean, that perspective is so valid, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it talks about what your target clientele is, right? Are you looking for budget hunters? Are you looking for people that will only subscribe because it's on sale? That's
Yeah,
a specific type of clientele, right?
yeah.
Um, and then it just depends on how you run your shit too, right? Like I don't follow people back. Oh, also important note, and this is actually just this is true. And if you are doing the follow back people strat,
Mm-hmm.
um, do not send nude messages of yourself, like especially like it, like don't send like a topless picture for
Mm-hmm.
free,
Yeah.
because they, by unsubscribing to your page, they've actually revoked consent,
Mm-hmm.
and you are breaching their consent by
Oh
continuing
yeah,
to
I
send
totally
nudes.
fucking agree.
So
Yeah.
that's just for anybody listening being like, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna follow back everyone. You can,
Yeah.
but you can't send them. You can offer like an unlocked nude, but you can't actually just send like nude pictures for
Right.
free.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Make sure you get
Yeah.
consent. That's super important. And like, it's the
Yeah.
same thing. That's what used to piss me off about Snapchat was being getting a lot of people on Snapchat and following me and stuff, and then having girls send me nudes and me be like, sorry, like please don't send that, and they'd be like,
Don't
what
do
the
that.
fuck, like why are you upset with that, like who cares? And I'm like, because I never asked or consented to that, like that's so weird. So
No, I know.
I
Yeah.
totally agree. Like I
Yeah.
mean, it's
Yeah.
yeah,
I think it's against the terms of service, so it's just important to keep
it
in
makes
mind.
sense. Yeah, like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
But
But yeah,
fuck yeah that
so
it's working for you. Anyway,
yeah,
continue.
so I send my good morning message. I'll
Mhm.
usually like take some pictures in bed. Sometimes I'll do like paintings of the day, kind of
I
send
know, so
out pay per
cute.
view.
Yeah.
So that always helps. And like there's a lot of people that enjoy that shit, and
Hmm.
or like just still, or I'll send out a
Panties of the
free.
day. That's so cute. I love that.
Yeah, it works because like $15 for 5 pictures, 25 for 10. Like
I love
it's
that. Oh my god, I want
and
to do that.
do it. It's super easy. And like sometimes I just have like tons of pictures already, that I'm already taken from the week before, and I don't have to like actually take them in the
Yeah.
moment. So we're
Girl,
working
like it's like
smarter, not
it's like
harder.
OOTD,
It
but it's
is
POTD.
OOP panties of the day.
POTD,
Yeah.
panties of the
Yeah.
day. That
Yeah.
you're
I
a
love that.
genius. You're a genius. Would you share this? Would you share this with the world? Do you think we should all start
I
just like
think
doing that?
I think panties of the day should be a thing.
I love
It's a
panties of the day. That's
necessary.
so cute.
Yeah, I think it should be a thing, and I think if
I
you
love
want to
that.
do it, you should do it because I am not a gatekeeper for your say.
Yeah. I mean,
Take
obviously we have a
all the
goddamn
things.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's great, and like just little random things like that are helpful. Just it
Yeah.
doesn't have to just
That's
be
so cute.
soulless content that I already made 5 years ago. I guess
Yeah.
not that it's like
Yeah.
soulless, but you know what I mean. Like it's like stuff that I have to rewrite a caption for, and it doesn't feel like I've put in the effort for that day for a video that I
Yeah.
made a while ago. But that's why having like the quantity or the quality side is helping.
Yeah.
And then I think like I'm usually doing some other sort of work during the day. I'm responding to messages and checking in and stuff, but like my day-to-day basis is like social media. Like I think the same things too,
Yeah.
where you're just kind of like doing the things that you need to do. I do customs, so I am always recording customs.
I still respect the fuck out of you for that. Anybody that
Thank
offers
you.
customs, just know that I'm like borderline afraid of you, and I commend your work ethic so hard. The second someone tells me to do, like, the pain I felt to have to go get the second someone tells me to do something, I don't want to do. I don't want to do it anymore, even if it's something that I like doing. Oh my god,
See, yeah,
it's awful.
I charge a lot of money. I've done a lot of weird
Yeah.
shit. I don't. It's like
No.
I've done a lot of weird shit where like some of that stuff I won't even say on the podcast because I'm like that's for someone that really needed something, you know. And that's fine. I don't mind doing it because I think it's like fun to do things that I'm not actually into and like get paid. Like I'm
Yeah.
getting turned on in those moments from the money, anyways. Like if I'm getting a $500 custom, I'm like, yeah, I'll do whatever, you know. I
Okay,
don't
wait, but
do.
like, what's one? I mean, and we mean nothing illegal. We mean nothing
Yeah,
against
no,
terms
I
of
wouldn't
service,
do
obviously.
anything.
But can you say like in like less than a sentence, like one weirdest fuck thing, and then just bleep it out?
Yeah, I could say a bunch, but most recent one has been a guy that wants me to overindulge myself in food, and like he wants like every 2 minutes to be like me getting fatter and fatter, basically, which is so good for my
Oh,
body dysmorphia. And then
yeah,
the other
a
one is
feeder.
playing, yeah, and then playing a game with my roommate who like I keep losing. Like I'm playing like Uno or like like rock, paper, scissors, and like I keep
Okay.
losing, and I'm supposed to be like super confident about not losing. But then every time I lose, I have to take off clothing and like eventually like do something more and
So are
more
you
because I just
like
keep losing.
you're like rock paper scissoring, like to no one?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah. I'm an actress.
Someone get this woman a movie role immediately. That's not even
Yeah.
shit you have to bleep out. I thought you were going to be saying something like, I have to, like, you can bleep this out, but like, I have to pretend I pooped in a diaper, like,
No, I can't say that I've done that. I don't think
yeah.
I would. That's like I don't scat and piss is
If
just
this
not
is, we're,
really.
I feel bad for your editing. There's so many beeps that you be putting in. People are going to think it's so much worse than it is.
I love that though because I think that's
Yeah.
so fucking funny. Actually, I wanted to let's see if I could play a clip from my gaming custom because I don't think someone would mind because it was for him.
Love you.
But let's see if we can.
I don't even think I know who that is.
Well, I'm glad you had a good day. I'm kind of bored though. Do you want to like play a game or something? Oh my god, I know what game we should play. We should play rock paper scissors because I'm really. So yeah, I'm a full ass actress.
You are
Like
actually an actress. You really made me think that we were about to play rock paper scissors, but like you were kind of hot about it. Like
yeah,
you, the tone
like
of voice, like you're
I'm
being kind of
so
hot about it.
bored. Yeah, well, duh.
I'm so bored.
I'm like,
Hey,
gosh, like I know we're just roommates, but like if you want to like hang and let me just tell you that they're good enough. My customs are good enough that they come back for seconds and thirds. Like they're
they
not just
just be
one
eating
time.
up them rock
Yeah,
paper scissors, baby.
as they should. I think next time we'll play a little poker.
I'm really bored right now. Do you want to play rock
Yeah.
paper scissors with
I know we're
me?
just
I never
roommates, but
lose.
like, and they were roommates.
And they were roommates. No, okay, actually, that's so fucking that's not that like I love kink shaming. I will kink shame. That my kink is kink shaming.
Yeah,
Um, honestly, but
yeah,
that's actually just really funny, and I'm so here
yeah,
for it. For $500, sign me the fuck up.
yeah. It's great, and honestly, like, I just like I don't really have much shame, I guess, and that's why it's so
No,
easy to like do the
yeah.
custom side of things.
Well,
Because I'm just
okay,
like,
it's
yeah,
not
I'll
even
do
that
that. I don't
though. It's
care.
like literally you being willing to put in more work. Like it
Yeah,
may okay, you may be looking at like, oh, like, my schedule is like regimented, like I'm doing so much work, I'm like so consistent with it, but I'm rigid as well, like rigid as fuck.
yeah,
Sometimes to my own detriment, right? Yeah, it works overall. Whereas you are definitely more go with the flow
mm-hmm.
and you can do some fucking hilarious ass shit that like makes you money anyway. It keeps things
Yeah,
interesting, you know?
yeah, yeah. No, it's definitely
That's dope.
like it's fun, but the talking about that custom schedule, that's not an easy schedule by any
No,
means. Like you're,
no.
it's making sure you have a some sort of script because
Oh
if they're
god.
custom, they want you to say specific things to them, like which is
Yeah.
totally fair. But that's also including me, like saying something to the camera, looking down at my script again, going back. So I'm editing all those little clips out, which, if the video is 20-25 minutes, then that's a lot to go
Yeah.
through and make sure that like I
Yeah, that
look
takes
good
a
and like
lot of
what
time.
happens if the video doesn't record with sound because that happens sometimes too. So then
Oh
I'm
my
having to go
god.
back and re-record and stuff. And
That's a lot.
Those
Customs are
things
a
are
lot of
just,
work.
yeah, it's the technology side of things. But then,
Yeah.
I'm on with that. If I'm having too many customs and, a certain amount of time and stuff, then I'm having to go and message people and tell them like, hey, sorry, like I need a little bit more time, and then I'm self-sabotaging on that occasionally, and I'm like, I'll respond soon enough. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm not ignoring
Yeah.
you. But like at the same time, like it's hard to, if if it's overloaded with customs, then it's also not everything in moderation. It doesn't work either.
That's a challenging workflow because
Yeah.
you don't really know what, like, especially if you need stuff, like, or like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, and
that's
I'm
a bunch of work.
not always in the mood, like you said, with going with the moon times. Like
Yes.
I'm not always in a place where I want to record a custom where I have to play a game. Like
Yeah.
it's just not, it's not always mindset wise. It's not
Yeah.
always there. So I think just like being aware of what I'm putting into my schedule is nice, but I don't need a full jam packed schedule, especially because like sometimes I'm at my parents' house. Like I don't have the same
Yeah.
days that you do. So,
Yeah.
where you're home and you're able to like have that like
Yeah.
regimented schedule. Mine's just not like that.
No.
But I get, the workload that I have is similar to yours in different ways and stuff. And we we figured it out.
Yeah.
Like we know what
Yeah.
works for us. I want to keep pushing myself. I want to get to a place where I actually have some sort of routine and it feels good to like
Yeah.
wake up
You're working
exactly
on it
this
though.
time.
You're
But
doing a really
yeah,
good
like
job.
compared to where I was like waking up like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll
Yeah.
take the 8:30 9 o'clock wake up
Yeah.
time.
No, you're crushing it. You're doing a really good job.
Thanks,
You've come
dog.
up,
I
like,
appreciate
you've
it.
been, you know what, for everybody listening here, Ken's fucking having you. I mean, we all have it. Like, we all go through it sometimes, but you were fucking going through it, and you're like,
Hmm.
you're like kind of emerging. Like, you're
Yeah.
just now like taking that proper breath and like moving forward and getting back on your shit. And I'm just like super proud of you. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I very
Yeah, you're
much
crushing it.
appreciate it. It feels good. It's necessary, especially because like don't I just like don't want to really do anything else right now. Like I'm not ready
Yeah.
to like leave the industry or anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
No, me
okay, well
neither.
then push yourself. Like do the TikToks.
So we're both in a good spot then, to be honest. Like, you're in a
Yeah.
better spot than you have been in a minute, and I think it's a great spot. In my perspective, you're doing good. I
Yeah.
think I'm moving along as well and like doing good. But like, if you had sort of like a, in the next few weeks or maybe like by next month, like what would be like a workflow schedule, like goal that you want to work toward?
I think it's making sure that like my page is being consistently updated and
Mm,
that it's like back to a feed that at least has stuff on it right now because it's hard to figure out what I want to post. Like I just want to be able to schedule out a bunch of content that I don't really have to, upload myself and stuff and just have it ready. And that just takes a lot of editing effort because I'm going through all my videos and
yeah,
remaking
it's
previews and
backlog.
stuff. So yeah, I think that's like the biggest thing is just making sure that like my page looks normal again. It doesn't make me feel anxious. Because
Yeah,
right now when I look
yeah,
at it, I'm like, there's something on there. Why would people subscribe to me if there's something on there? But there are things on there. It's just,
yeah.
very different than how it
They're
was when I
hot,
had
sexy, amazing things.
thousands. Thank you.
Yeah.
What about you, ma'am? What are you bringing to the table?
Well, the first thing I'm bringing to the table is Panty of the Day. First
Mm-hmm.
and foremost, thank you for
Love
that.
that. Yeah.
What I would really like to do is also, it's the backlog thing. I am still working on my second page,
Mm-hmm.
because I have 4 years of content that I want to have accessible to people.
Yep.
But it means setting aside, first of all, I have to find a day where I wake up with the focus that I need. Like, I know right away in the day if my mood is going to allow for like sitting here and, I'm going through my drive, like my hard drive, and
Yeah.
then I'm pulling two photos from the set, making a collage, sending it back to my laptop, putting it into OnlyFans, and like scheduling for like weeks at a time.
Yeah.
I'm really grinding on that. And I want to find a way to somehow aesthetically or in with the same theme as the video page, which is very rigid.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to be able to incorporate my personality a little bit because the captions on that page are very sexually charged. Like, the
Yep.
captioning there
Fair.
is very cheesy. It's very Mirror the PS5. It's very, very
Mm-hmm.
explicitly horny, but it's very separate from like how I have been evolving on the platform.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find a way to add more of my personality onto that second page to make it a little more me. That's
I
my
feel
skit.
that.
That's how do I incorporate that into sort of my like routine now, is that's kind of what I'm working toward.
Yeah. No, I think that that's good goals for both of us, kind of on the same. We're always just on the same page in some way in some book, and I
just
love that
fucking
for
soulmates,
us.
man.
Yeah.
So you may be asking, especially if you're a content creator, but Ashley T and Kenzie, what about social media? What is your that's how you do OnlyFans, but like how do you do social media? Guess what? There's gonna be a part 2, bitches.
This is our announcement to let you know that we're quitting social media. Goodbye
right now,
forever.
I'm actually not gonna do it anymore.
We just fade. Fade out.
I'm just gonna evaporate
yeah.
into foam.
Yeah. Ooh, that would be actually a cool way to go.
Like sea foam. Like I'm gonna, like the
Poseidon's
foam that washes up.
Sperm. That's
yeah,
what. That's how. What's her face was
sperm.
Made. Yeah.
Then we could have a baby.
Yes.
You would have to carry it though.
That's fine. That's literally what I want to do with my life.
Would you carry my baby?
Yeah.
I will
be your surrogate. Absolutely. Yeah. No issue.
I would absolutely carry your baby.
Yeah. You'd be like, I just don't want to do it. I'd be like, I got you. Oh, do I got your back?
Do I have a uterus for you? And same goes to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. Once again, Nevada, we love you.
We do, truly, deeply, honestly, and we will be back next week with a part 2 of social media and the content creating.
So this is usually the point in time in which Kenzie and I list off our 7,000 different usernames for every single platform that exists on the internet, but we have simplified things.
Yes.
You can now find all of our individual links on what is it? Oh my God, Ashley T. It is
msha.ke.
msha.ke/professionally hot. It will take you to our milkshake, brings all the boys and the girls and the non-beanies to the yard. It'll bring you to our links page, and then you can easily see where to find Ken's and I, where to find our OnlyFans, where to find our Safe for Work platforms. Mm-hmm. And of course, you can find the Professionally Hot podcast on Instagram at what is it? Kenzie, you do
podcast.
This.
Professionally Hot Podcast on Instagram, PH Podcast X on Twitter. You can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and YouTube at Professionally Hot Podcast, I believe.
Yeah. Look at us. This is like we're upgrading.
We really are. We're becoming so professionally hot. Yes, Professionally Hot Podcast on YouTube. And we will be, I'm sure, making our good night. Making our Patreon eventually as well. We'll link all those things, and then once we have like merge set up, then we'll be able to put that into Milkshake too. So from now on, all of our links will be in there. We probably won't be doing the same shameless self promo. One of us will just be like, "Yo, check out the Milkshake," and we'll promo podcast things. So just a little change up, a little something new, and we'll be back next week.
Shameless Kenzie promo. Subscribe to Kenzie's OnlyFans.
Shameless Ashley T promo. Wait, are you over here?
I think I'm over here.
Just subscribe to her, please. She is amazing. You should just do it.
We are. Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
Yep.
All right. Well, then catch us in the next episode. We're going to talk some shit about social media.
Bye.
Bye.